Ariel Helwani, Dustin Poirier. We're in Atlanta, UFC 236 this Saturday. Dustin, of course, fighting Max Holloway for the interim lightweight title. Dustin, I know you're doing a lot of media. Everyone's asking you a lot of the same things. We're going to have some fun here.
That's good.
We're going to take a trip down memory lane.
All right.
All right?
My dream is to be the best fighter at 155 pounds in the world.
You know what this is?
Fighting
of course.
is what I do. My father was a fighter. My grandfather was a fighter. It's just in my blood.
How old are you here?
19 years old, maybe?
This is from the Fightville documentary.
Yes. I might even be younger. You know, they started filming that when I was 18 years old, and it took over 4 years to get the whole thing done because the guy was living in New York, coming for a couple months at a time to Louisiana, shooting what he could and go back up. So it took a really long time.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a long stretch I'll put in.
Okay.
That's it. Simple and plain.
When's the last time you saw this?
And I asked him, I said, so if I come over here,
It's been a while because, you know, I just kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Yeah, it's been years.
Really?
The next day.
Who's that
Since
guy?
I really sat down and watched it.
Like, who is this Dustin Poirier?
He's a young
It's going to take
kid
someone to beat him.
trying to buy groceries,
But
trying to,
Dustin is not
you
going
know,
to
found something he really loved and trying to be the best at it.
You're married at the time.
Yeah.
When somebody asks me, what do you do for a living? I don't say I'm a professional fighter. I say I work in Careco. I drive a delivery.
Me and my wife bought this house when I was 18 years old.
Wow.
No credit.
Wow.
Yeah.
How'd you do it? Just paid it up front?
No, I didn't have that kind of money. I lived check to check. I couldn't even buy groceries. We'd get up to the cashier and have to take stuff out the basket to figure out what we can get for that week.
Wow.
Make you right with the right. Yeah.
I find it fascinating that you said that you didn't tell people you were a fighter
He's accomplished
at the
so
time
much.
when they ask you what you do for a living. Why is
He went
that?
from this
I didn't tell them
alcoholic
I was maybe just turned to professional.
to,
Okay.
And people would ask me what I do, and I can't say I'm a
professional
professional fighter.
Okay.
I worked for a
He owns his own
construction
home.
buildings distribution
He
company. I
works
wasn't a
just
professional
minimally,
fights were paying me
just a few
500 here,
hours just to
1,000 here.
keep his
Right.
benefits.
I mean, that's not.
He's my hero.
I can't tell somebody.
He's gonna
I
win.
was always authentic to
that he
this.
Right.
I don't want to call it a
He's
game.
gonna be
Authentic to this
absolutely-
action of being a fighter. I don't lie about it.
Right.
You know.
So this thing where you chew gum on the day of your fight, a specific kind of gum.
I always had, I had like a bunch of tendencies. I would always do the same. Like
Yes.
weigh-in underwear would be the same color.
We're about to see the underwear right now.
Right. Well,
What is this about? You're just very superstitious?
not really. I'm a creature of habit, and you go out there and you knock somebody out, and in the fight before, and you're like, oh, I want to do that the same exact way, everything. I want to drink the same Pedialyte and wear the same stuff and get those same feelings and stuff, you know.
Do you still do all this?
No, I do completely different now.
Really?
Yeah.
What, like what? So you don't have any superstitions?
No.
Really? When did you break that? That's a big deal.
Yeah, years and years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been years.
So the gum, no more. The underwear, no more.
Yeah, I still chew gum and wear underwear,
Yeah,
but I just
but
whatever's in the top of the drawer at that day.
Right. That specific kind. Where's this?
That warm-up was in Canada. This here is in this fight here is in a rodeo arena in Louisiana, where state prisoners set up the whole setup.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. And is this a pro fight?
This guy actually, I'm fighting here, got charged with murder not too long after this fight. Yeah, this is a pro fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he in jail?
He killed somebody who broke into his house, and the guy escaped the house, and he chased him and killed him outside of the house. And so, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Where's he now?
I'm not sure exactly,
Okay.
but I remember seeing that.
So which pro fight is this for you? What number?
Early, 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in a rodeo arena.
How many people are there?
Under 2,000, probably 1,500 maybe.
If I would have told this guy right here winning this fight that he would turn into this, would you believe me?
And then you have guys that are really great talents. Guys that do both become,
Yeah.
You paused there for a second.
I wouldn't. I just always knew how much work it would take to get here. I wouldn't have disagreed with you.
Okay.
I would have just, just real about the situation. Like,
Right.
I hope so. You know, I'm going to bust my ass and try to make it happen. That's what I would have
The biggest
told you.
challenge now when it comes to a kid like Dustin is,
I mean, this is real humble beginnings. But what struck me is that your coaches, everyone around you, really believed in you. Everyone was saying very complimentary things about you. Did you believe it early on?
Yeah.
Were you a confident person?
Yeah, I was very confident.
I guess that's like the first step in the battle, right?
You have to believe.
Yeah.
You have to believe. But that's just one part of it. And like I knew that.
Okay.
You know?
or like a.
Do you remember these
fantasy
moments
dream that I'm
vividly?
chasing,
This was in the.
I won't be able to do it. You know,
This
what's
fight
the
here,
other-
when I'm walking
what
out,
are
was
they
against
gonna do
Derek
with their
Krantz in the Cajun Dome, Lafayette, Louisiana. Probably had like close to 6,000 people in there.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that was my last fight before I went to Canada and fought for a decent-sized organization, and then went to the WC.
Okay, and what's that belt that you're holding?
That is USA MMA title, 155-pound lightweight pro title.
Is that your first belt?
No,
Really? How many did you win?
like 4 or 5 probably.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a few amateur and a couple pro.
Okay. You still have them
Yeah.
in your house? Are you one of those guys who like keeps the spot open for the UFC belt?
Yeah, dude, I can show you a picture right now. My wife.
Could I see it?
Yeah.
So you have a spot somewhere that's just empty?
Yep.
How long have you had that
It's the
spot?
only shelf that's empty since I bought the house.
Really?
Yeah.
How long have you had it open for? How long have
That-
you been in that house?
A few years.
Okay.
Let me see. Watch this. It's my daughter playing, but you see this shelf up here?
Oh yeah.
Every shelf has something on it,
Yep.
except the one that's shaped like a belt.
Right, right. Can you show that to the camera if you don't mind, or do you
Let me
not
see if
want
I
to show
no,
your?
no, I don't. Let me see if I have a better picture of it. Oh, not that one. Yeah, here we go. It's my daughter trashing my living room, but that's it.
So it's right at the top.
Yeah, it's the only empty one.
There
Let
it
me
is.
zoom it in.
Yeah, please.
Can you see this?
Yeah, hold it for a couple seconds. Do you look at that spot a lot?
Yeah. Even my one of my brothers last week texted me and said, "Finally get to fill up the shelf," you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so the other belts are there too?
No, I wouldn't put those
Okay,
up.
why?
Nah, I mean those are upstairs, but
Okay.
like,
But you just want the UFC belt
yeah,
up there. Yeah.
the one that matters most.
It's crazy because we follow a lot of these fighters. We know a lot about your stories, but with you in particular, I feel like the fans have been on this emotional journey with you because of this documentary. It's very rare that we get this kind of access to someone so early on, right? Like I feel like I've known about your story for so long because of this doc, right? Do you
Right,
sense that
and-
too with the fans?
Some, yeah.
The ones who have seen this?
are,
Yeah.
I definitely notice right away,
Okay.
and I feel a connection with them. But it's just, I'm really appreciative to have this moment captured on camera because it wasn't like I was a big prospect.
Right.
Like I made this happen, the documentary thing out of chance.
How did you get this?
This filmmaker was filming war veterans coming back, what they did post war, and they had a guy from Texas fighting on a card. He was a mixed martial arts fighter when he got back from the Marines, and I fought on the card, and
Okay.
I knocked some guy out, and it was pretty crazy, and it was in my hometown, and he was like, man. He wasn't even an MMA fan. He was like, man, who's this kid? I'm interested in this kid. And he went from that, finished that documentary, and contacted me and said, hey, we met and I was shooting and we want to do an MMA documentary now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was it weird? Like, did you find it to be a nuisance? Like having cameras following you? Like, because sometimes you can't see past the trees, right?
Well, I was still an amateur fighter, so I've never been in front of the camera at that point. So everything was really awkward to me. It felt very uncomfortable having a camera in front of me. I felt really nervous all the time.
Right.
But I think that helped me develop into who I am now. Like,
Sure.
it's no problem. But for 4 years, as an amateur fighter that hasn't been in front of a camera once, it just really opened me up to that. And like you said, captured a piece of my life that'll be out there forever. My daughter, my future kids, my grandchildren will be able to see this.
Yeah.
And that's important to me.
What a gift that is,
Yeah,
right?
that's very
to have
important.
that.
Yeah, priceless.
When all this is happening, the documentary process, as you mentioned, it takes a very long time to actually get completed. Was there ever a point where you're like, oh, this is annoying. Can you guys leave me alone?
Yeah, at first I thought that it was like, this is just some weirdo,
Yeah, who's
messing
this
around.
guy?
This is never going to even get finished. This is just a guy with a hobby, or kind of didn't know.
Right.
And it turned out to be real serious.
By the way, one thing I remember from that is that you would watch the Food Network while you were cutting weight.
Yeah.
Do you still do that?
Here and there, not as crazy, but
Okay.
I do. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
crazy, man. That was the first time I realized, that fighters will do those weird things while they're cutting weight, like the things that they can have, almost like the torture
Dude,
yourself.
mouthwater right now talking about it.
Oh, really? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Okay. My bad. That's great. And so it's amazing that here we are. Like, I just feel like your journey has, you were supposed to fight for the belt in the UFC debut, right, from WC against Aldo.
No. Grisby was going to fight. Aldo got injured. I filled in.
You filled in, that's right. But you've had these moments where it's like, stop, start, stop. You're right there. You're almost there. You're on the cusp.
And I'm sorry to cut
And
you
now
off,
here we are.
But it's been crazy because 1-1 in the WC.
Right.
Like, all right, I'm going to get another shot. We're going to the UFC maybe, and then I get a call to make my 145-pound debut against the #1 contender. The champ got hurt.
Right.
This was a championship fight. The champ got hurt. I'm going to fill in. a tune-up fight for this guy, keep busy, and to go in there and with the self-belief that I did go in there with, knowing that I was going to beat the #1 contender, and I did it, then boom, I'm thrust from, on the local scene, 1-1 in WC to top of the division at 145 pounds in a division I've never fought before. So right after that, it's just high level fight after high level, and I just, from there, I haven't stopped. It's been constant high level fights and crazy journey.
I remember when they booked that fight, everyone thought that he was going to roll right through you. Like you were just the warm-up fight to get Aldo.
Right.
And you screwed up all those plans.
To stay busy.
Right,
busy
exactly.
Fight. Yeah.
Can screw up some more plans on Saturday.
That's what we do, man.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Of course.
I appreciate it. Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, Part 2, Saturday, UFC 236 here in Atlanta.